Lasermate, eject, operation, channel intro.
Hello, fellow YouTubers. Like WWC Stop Motioner here. Welcome to viewers new and old. And today I'm getting back to ranking the Ninjago characters. I actually recorded this on Sunday, but it should be premiering on Tuesday. So, just want to make sure I can get another part out. And if you don't know, like I said, I try to keep these within... I try not to go too much over 15 minutes. Dang it, didn't mean to click on that. Trying to close it. Like I said, I try not to go too much over 15 minutes. And yeah, I got the different places. I have love, really like, just fine, don't really care about, could use some work, who, and kill them now. So, with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into part 3. So first off, we have Karloff. And I like him. He's definitely not my favorite of the Elemental Masters. But he's fine. I don't really have too many problems with him. We have Griffin Turner, who... yeah, he's pretty cool also. Again, not really... you may not see him as much, but... he's a speedster, and of course I'd love to have super speed abilities, so he's also kind of got that typical cocky attitude you'll see from a speedster, so I like him. Shade. I don't know why, I just really like this guy. Even if we haven't really seen him that much, we don't really know a whole lot about his personality, I've always thought he was really cool. I just like these kind of characters, the kind of dark ones. Then we have Invisible, who's honestly kind of just fine. Okay, I'll put him at the bottom of like. Just because it's an interesting idea with him, but not much to him as a character. Toxikita, she definitely goes in just fine. Not really too much to her. Same for Gravis, the Master of Gravity. Not much to him. Camille. Not much to her. I hate doing this. I'm just kind of shuffling all the Elemental Masters into just fine. Lobo. Same for him. And what's his name? Jacob, I think? Something like that. And we have these characters from flashbacks. Don't care about them. At all. And I'm trying to remember who this dude even is. Was he a chef for Master Ten's Noodle House? I forget. And then one of the flute guys. Don't care about him. We saw him use the flute. Alright, now we're getting on to Possession, and here we have Moro, who is honestly one of my favorite, probably one of my favorite Ninjago villains. He's basically Tai Lung from Kung Fu Panda. A lot more scary, I'll definitely say that. And at the end, we did kind of see him change, sorta. Then he helped him in Dave the Departed, when the ghost of his ghost came back, which really doesn't make any sense, but Dave the Departed just didn't make much sense, so. I'm battling with these ads. But he was a cool villain. I liked him. Then we have Soul Archer, who I thought he was pretty cool also. I like that idea. He pretty much hardly ever misses, and I just like those kind of characters. Again, not much to him as a character, but he was still pretty cool. Bancha, I'll put her in like... I mean, she was really freaky. She really was quite a creepy character. And I actually have a minifigure of her. I never got Soul Archer, oddly enough. Goltar, on the other hand, he's kind of fine. He's the typical idiot that the bad guys seem to always love so much. What was his name? Something Wraith, I think. Was it Chain Wraith? I think it might have been Chain Wraith. We didn't really get to see too much of him, but he's also kind of cool, I guess. He's pretty freaky. Then we had the other generic ghosts who, obviously, just don't really care about. And the Preeminent's pretty cool. She's kind of another Great Devourer, in my opinion. I'll put her at the bottom of though, just because she was a real threat. And I said before how villains don't necessarily need to have motives. They can just be bent on destruction. It's just that there's other villains that are like that I think are a little bit better. When you have the likes of the Great Devourer and the Overlord and that kind of thing. But her, I think she's pretty annoying if I'm not mistaken, but I'll put her in don't really care about. Then we have this guy, same thing. Yang. He's a villain that kind of just pulled a 180, really, at the end of Day of the Departed. He was pretty cool in Possession, but he's kind of fine, I guess. Then his students don't care about. Fenwick. Didn't really get to see too much of him, but he was an, I guess, interesting villain. Just he was a twist villain, and he was a master writer somehow. He kind of got corrupted. No, he was just corrupt. He didn't get corrupted. Then we have... I don't think we know this guy's name, but I'll still put him in light, because he did help the ninja. I don't know if he went on to become the master writer or not. The Commissioner. I'm putting him in could use some work. He's a pretty bad police officer. And I don't really think they should do that. Like, make the police look bad for the sake of making the heroes look better. I don't know. I don't really like that idea. He's okay, I guess, sometimes as a character. Other times he's really annoying, so... For that, he goes in, could use some work. Then we have Tommy, I think was his name. Don't care about him. Then was it Simon? Don't care about. And then shuffle all of these guys into don't care about. First guy that Moro possessed, don't care about. Just a second, let me fix my mask. It's really starting to kind of tickle my nose there. The Warden. I hate him. I'll tell you why. Because in Skybound, the mechanic wanted to take Zane's parts. And the ninja, justifiably, were defending him, and then the warden threw them down in the hole for starting the fight. I hate him so much. I never want to see him again. He needs to just not be a warden. He needs to be fired or whatever and incarcerated. I hate him so much. Then we had the lunch lady, who I don't care about. Same for the chef guy. Nauticon, he was a very interesting villain. When I first heard that the villain of the next Ninjago season was going to be a Jin, I honestly was thinking, oh, this show isn't going to last much longer with this kind of idea. So I thought it was a really stupid idea. But honestly, I thought he was a pretty cool villain. He really took me by surprise. I think I would put him up in really like. I thought he was an interesting villain, how he would twist the words, he would try to push his enemies to their breaking point. And yet somehow, and it was interesting how yet they still somehow wanted to make him seem kind of like a tragic character. You know, there really wasn't much of a reason to feel bad for him. He did terrible things. Yeah, he was pretty cool. Delara, we don't know much about her. She looks like Mia. So, don't care about. Flintlock, I'll put him in like. I thought he was pretty cool. We saw him doubt Nauticon and then help the ninja in the end. Of course, with the ending of Skybound, he's probably bad again, really, but still, I liked him. Same for Dogshanks. She did switch sides. I think I'm gonna put her lower in the like tier, but I still liked her. Clancy, I honestly like him too. Yeah, he was a little annoying, but he also helped them in the end. He was the one who didn't want to use any wishes. Doubloon, I like the concept, but okay, I'll put him in just fine because I like the idea with him that he used to be a chatterbox and then he was silenced, but otherwise, not much to him as a character. Monkey Wretch, don't care about. That's Squiffy, right? Yeah, Squiffy, just fine. Bucko, just fine. Siren. Oh, wait, no. These are all don't really care about. And same for Siren. Then the Skeleton. Now, the Jin King, I don't know. He's honestly don't really care about also because we didn't really know too much about him. Okay, now we're getting into Crux and Necronics. I'm not sure how I feel about them. Because it's one of those cases. I liked the idea that they were going for, where Crux was the one who stayed in the present and who just lived out the 40 years and was plotting, and then Necronics, there was no time passed at all for him. So I like that idea, but they were really kind of goofballs, to be honest. So another one of those cases, I'll probably put them at the bottom of like, cool idea, not the best execution. Then we have, what was her name? Dang it, can't remember. General Machia. She's just kind of fine. And same for Blunk and Ragmonk, because again, they're just kind of the dumb duo. That's the thing, the Vermilion were a cool idea, but they were just idiots. But like, even the ones that were supposed to be smart, aside from General Machia, they just didn't work all that well. I may like Hands of Time more than most people did, but it still has its problems. Oh, Harumi's parents. Okay, I'll probably do them and Harumi and then call it for this video. So them, I'm going to put in just fine because we obviously saw they were good parents because they put Harumi on the elevator before, because they knew they couldn't make, not all of them could make it, so they saved Harumi. They saved their daughter. Not that that really had the best outcome, but still. But not too much to them as characters. We don't know as much about them. But they were good parents, so I'll put them in just fine. Now we get to Harumi. One of my favorite villains in Ninjago. Very surprising twist, if LEGO hadn't spoiled it with the sets anyway, because I remember seeing her with the bad guys and thinking, what is she with? Is she evil, really? But thing is, they had Hutchins with the bad guys, and that didn't really make any sense, really, because he wasn't bad. So I thought they might have just been doing that just to throw us off, maybe, but yeah, if it hadn't been for that, I probably would have been caught off guard by her being evil. Just totally bent on revenge. And the way she manipulated Lloyd by having him fall for her was very cruel and heartless. And then she was still trying to act like she liked him. She's about to stab him. When I saw that, I was like, man, this show's gotten intense. But then in the end, she couldn't help but help the kid who got separated from her. It was a girl, wasn't it? From her parents. So she rescued that family, helped them get away. I don't think that would have been enough to necessarily make up for all the wrong she did, because a lot of people still died, I assume. Well, we know her adopted parents died. That was the dark part. They had no idea that she was planning to do that. So, really cool villain. One of my favorites from Ninjago. One of the best villains in my opinion. Okay, so that went like a good 2 minutes over, 15 minutes, but I wanted to at least finish with one of my favorite Ninjago villains. So, again, this is what we've done so far. This is what we have left to go. Not too bad. Probably just got a couple parts left to go. But until then, please be sure to comment down below what you think of the characters I've ranked. As I said, you might like the characters that I hate. You may not like the ones that I love. So please be sure to comment your opinions down below. And as always, if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and God bless.